Dilexis Deus Deus Ameradis iniquitatem Proterea Oxite Deus Deus atus Ore letitia preconsortibus tuis Nerutavit cor meum verbum bonum Eco ego opera mea regi Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto, sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen. Dilexis Deus dictiam et odisti iniquitatem Proterea uxite Deus Deus atus Oleo letitiae preconsortibus tuis. Diffusa est gratia in labis tuis. Propterea benedixit Deus in aeternum St. Lucy is twice over glorious. Her virginity and her martyrdom. She was very young. She had been given in future marriage to somebody who wasn't amused when it turned out that she wanted to give herself to the Lord and not contract this marriage. This frustrated man handed her over to the authorities, betraying her as a Christian, the faith that he had not yet acquired, and the rest is history. She is the patron saint of those who suffer from ailments of the eyes. Her name, Lucia, is linked with lux, which is light, but there is a tradition which says that actually at one point of her torture, her eyes were pulled out. Whatever the historic facts she now sees, she sees well, and in her short innings she conquered eternity, and to the maximum. She was extremely popular from the beginning, not only in the area of Syracuse and the whole of Sicily, but also in the whole of Italy, the whole of the West, and indeed in the East, and her name is still to this day in the Roman canon. She did the will of God. Out of the two sons in the Gospel today, one actually did the will of God, the other talked about it but didn't. And there was a change of heart. This change of heart is the essence of the spiritual poverty and humility of which the reading from Zephaniah speaks. Anything which comes into the courts of God in noisy mode, self-centered mode, proud mode, is an abhorrence to the Lord of hosts and does not serve that majesty adored. In your midst I will leave a humble and lowly people. I will remove your proud boasters from your midst, and you will cease to strut on my holy mountain. How many people happily strut on the mountain of God, using the podium of praise for attention unto themselves? They will do no wrong, will tell no lies. We are elastic at times with the truth, forgetting that all direct lies are a participation in the fundamental lie of Satan, who is defined by the Lord as the father of lies. Some people are so good at lying that one never knows when they're telling the truth. But there is one phrase here which could escape our notice if we're not careful. It is this: yes, I will give them... Now what? I will give then the people's lips that are clean, so that all may invoke the name of the Lord and serve him under the same yoke. This has entered the Welsh vocabulary as gwefus-bir, a clean lip. The Hebrew is very concrete always, and when it talks about pure speech, it talks about the lip itself. So I will give them a clean lip. Let us see what that actually means. Many Christians are proud of their total dedication to the Lord and are happy to witness to him, but somehow they are not afraid to counter-witness to that global witness by the odd word which escapes actually voluntarily and is part of their vocabulary, which renders their lip impure. We talk in common parlance about things like the F-bomb, but there are others too. There is the using of any form of the sacred as a punctuation mark or as an underlying means of emphasizing a truth, forgetting that that is to bring God down to our own level and use him. It is the lip, the tongue, the mouth that forms a throne for the Lamb of God at Holy Communion, and it is important that that lip, that mouth, that tongue be under the governance of the Lamb of God, who is silent and has no lips but ours. And so, if the muscles of the mouth are not under his authority, there is a part that is not handed over. I adore you, Lord, but in this bit I am in charge. Well, adoration is not in that case total, and yet this carries on from day to day, from ear to ear, until the end of life. Bad language, which render the lips impure. It is particularly displeasing in the case of those who have a mouth and tongue consecrated to the praise of God by their very duty. What is going on? How can we adore the Lord and then upset him with the same organ? Let's get this clear. All must be under the control of the one that we're adoring, otherwise we are performing a theatrical act. We are throwing dust in the eyes of the Lord. Well, the Lord is not fooled. He wants obedience. Otherwise we have a situation, a scenario similar to the one in the Gospel, where out of the two sons, not the noisy one who protested that he would do what he was requested, but the other one who thought better of it, who actually concretely executed the divine will. All the sins who from the heavens raised, only by faith before the world confessed. Thy name, O Jesus, be forever blessed. Alleluia, Alleluia. Thou wast their rock, their fortress and their might. Thou, Lord, their captain in the well-fought fight. Thou in the darkness revealed their one true light. Alleluia.